Dozens of towns have declared states of emergency, with Riverside residents worst hit. And there's no end in sight, with more heavy rainfall forecast.
Mudslides and floods have killed at least 379 people in Brazil. Entire villages have collapsed in the mountain towns around Rio de Janeiro, and the disaster could hurt Brazil's already fragile infrastructure.
At least 53 people are dead and over 600 people injured as a massive storm hit Japan, dumping at least 10 feet of snow on the western coast. Schools were shut down and at least one steel bridge collapsed. Japan has been struck with storm after storm since the new year, and officials are reporting that Japan is running low on funds set aside.
In Queensland, a critical situation is also unfolding. The southwestern town of Mitchell is experiencing its worst flood in history, and the Maranoa River is still rising. Roma, St George and China.
Heavy rains have caused severe floods across much of central and southern Peru. Tens of thousands of residents have been forced to flee their homes after freak weather conditions caused rivers to break their banks. At least 15 people have died as a result of the floods.
Alright. Red water, Memphis, Tennessee.
The death toll from tornadoes that swept across the United States continues to grow. More than 100 tornadoes are now confirmed to have ripped through 12 states, killing 36 people.
I am north of Amarillo. This is not a snowstorm. This is a severe thunderstorm with extreme hail. There's a tornado flooded in the area also. Cars are freaking out because this is supposed to be hail and it looks like snow. All the cars have been pulling over. I've already seen cars fall off the road. This is not a good situation here.
Never, ever seen what you're about to show.
Yeah,
well, yeah, let's take a look at this video right now. I want you to check this out, and you can see we had anywhere from 2 to 4 feet of hail. 2 to 4 feet deep in hail, and then it all started to melt. This was north of Amarillo. It was south. It was just to the south of Dumas. So once that hail started to melt, look at the flooding that took place. And again, this is in feet. The depth of the hail was measured in feet. It started to melt, and then they had a major flooding issue on their hands.
Close to 40 people have been killed after torrential rain packed with hailstones the size of golf balls pummeled parts of China. 30,000 residents were forced to evacuate as flash flooding turned city streets into rivers in the country's northwest. The devastating deluge caused flooding and landslides, destroying homes and crops. Emergency workers are searching for 19 people.
Devastation in southern Russia after fierce floodwater rushes through towns, taking lives and leaving behind what one Russian official describes as spectacular flood damage. All that. The governor of the hard-hit region has declared Monday a day of mourning as the death toll climbs above 150. And Russian President Vladimir Putin says he wants...
Hurricane Isaac has made landfall on the Gulf Coast of the United States. The storm is heading towards New Orleans, bringing torrential rain and 130-kilometre-an-hour winds. US correspondent Angela Cox is there, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning there. What's it like where you are?
Residents in China's southwestern megacity of Chongqing have been puzzled by this strange sight this week. These images of the Yangtze River, the longest in China, have been surfacing since Wednesday. This stretch of the river around Chongqing looks like it's been dyed blood red. Locals suspect that severe pollution is the cause, but Chongqing's environmental...
A powerful storm off of Scotland has buried the waterfront in the city of Aberdeen in foam. People woke up Sunday to find cars, streets, even homes covered by nearly a foot of sea foam. The layer of lather was churned up by the sea.
66 million Americans are bracing for impact. Hurricane Sandy lumbering up the East Coast and threatening to come ashore as an unprecedented superstorm. It means epic wind, snow, flooding rain from Florida to the Carolinas.
Hey, good morning, Simon. It's still about 250 miles away, pushing the 60-mile wind gust right in here. And this looks like some sort of semi-apocalyptic storm. This is not snow. This is sea foam roiled up by the ocean. The waves out there about 30 feet high just beyond the coast here, and it's kicking up this very strange phenomenon of sea foam. While a lot of folks here are...
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's the hurricane. What the hell is this?
Well, a team of 6 specialist doctors have been appointed by the Ministry of Health to investigate the red rain experience in the Savannah area.
Bondi dyed red. 4 kilometres of Sydney's coastline transformed by an algal bloom.
The death toll in the Philippines continues to rise following this week's massive typhoon. Officials now say some 420 people have been killed and hundreds are still missing. Typhoon Bopha blew in from the Pacific Ocean on Tuesday, washing away emergency shelters, a military camp, and possibly entire families in the southern Philippines. More than 170,000 people fled to evacuation centers. The typhoon is now weakening in the South China Sea and is expected to dissipate by the weekend.
The cleanup begins on Fiji after the worst tropical storm in 2 decades wrecked homes and cut power to thousands of people. At times, Cyclone Avenge winds topped 230 kilometers per hour as they passed through the Pacific island.
Yeah.
Bright green, yellowy, bright light, travelling, I would say, at the speed of a military jet fighter.
The earthquake has jolted northwest China's Ningxia-Hui autonomous region, and the quake took place in the region's capital, Yinchuan, on Tuesday.
As soon as it gets in the air right there, bam! Like it's aiming at it, trying to repel it.